Check this out. So, we got here... Yeah, you'll see it in chat. Man, I wish they hadn't said anything, actually. That's kind of spoiler alert. I do wonder if this guy's smurfing or just new to the game, but like RTS experienced. But in any case, oh, isn't that sweet? In any case, Othman has been playing very well. This is a treat to watch these games. I just played a 1v1, which I won, but it took like a half hour, and I think I was down for like the first 15 minutes, honestly. Please subscribe, Barcast TV. Shout out Barcast, as if he needs it. But yeah, let's watch how this plays out. Barcast, you're doing as standard as can be. 2 mechs, 2 wind, into 2 more. Actually, just 1 more mechs. Othman over here, going for 3 mechs right off the jump here into a solar, which of course does not cost energy, so it's okay that it's bottomed out. And yeah, Othman either playing dumb or else being uninformed. Hard to tell. But putting on a convincing act in any case. BCTV here going for solar after the 2 winds for a little bit of balance. Makes sense with low wind. 2 solars over here. Othman does like building a lot of solars. Now this guy, this is interesting because it's like the eco-scaling is frankly not fully there, but the basic mechanics are there. Unit production, unit positioning, map control are being handled very well. I really want to interrogate this guy, but like, also I don't want to distract from the game. Age of Empires 4, wow. Not what I would have guessed. Man, their words, not mine. But yeah, it's real. Yeah, Othman getting out that con here. Very greedy opener, just 1 tick, and then you got your res. You got your 4 cons coming out. A lot of aggressive scaling. Barcast throwing down mostly wins here, getting those cons out as well. If they both greed, they both get away with it, which I think is a beautiful thing about this game. Looking at Barcast's build queue here, we got that radar on the high ground. No turret defense here, and the radar only goes up after all 4 mexes. So that does make it tricky to cover this expansion. Like, there's no radar coverage anywhere else, so you're going to rely on having units in the area, but for a high APM experienced pro like Barcast, not such a big problem. On the other hand, Othman here going for the LLT before getting the mexes up, and then possibly we might see a second one after finishing. But yeah, that takes quite a while. It does delay your eco expansion. Currently they're neck and neck, but let's watch how the metal income counts change, right? Currently they're neck and neck, but like we'll check back in like 30 seconds. Getting these up, getting these up, getting these up. We're doing okay. Over here, Barcast for sure taking the mexes faster, but arguably slightly less securely. Now, Othman, one thing we got to call out, not building the geos. Yeah, Barcast macro is so tight. Very true. Yeah, easy to macro when you have 500 con at start. Yeah, it's the sort of thing that's potentially vulnerable to rushes, but we don't see that played out in this game. Now, Barcast expanding along both sides, getting just a few units, keeping an eye on things on the flanks. Othman moving in as well. And yeah, currently neck and neck on the metal incomes. Barcast, of course, ahead on energy. And let's just take a minute, in case anyone comes back to watch this stream. Not that I think it's likely, but I'll take it. Geothermal power plant, 300 energy. 560 metal cost. So that's less than 2 metal per energy per second that you get out of it, right? Whereas winds here, first off, it's variable. Currently +5 for 40, right? So that's like, I mean, orders of magnitude worse. That's literally 10 metal per energy. Well, slightly less, rather than less than 2 over here. So you could make the argument that the Geo is 5 times better at this wind speed. Of course, the average wind speed is 12, at which point you're spending slightly worse than 3 metal per energy. At that rate, the Geo is on average twice as good on top of also being consistent. Now, this raid coming in here does shut down this expansion in the middle here. It's not going to go much further. It's probably not going to get the con either, although that would be cool if it did. Wait, maybe? Maybe? Oh yeah, good decision. Good decision to dive on it. It does guarantee that you're going to lose all your pawns, but it's worth it to cut off the build power. Nice, TBH. We've just been doing commentary. I'm not... Oh, wait. No way. No way can you do that. Oh yeah, you're right. Alright. Yeah. Got this, this converse harassment coming out here. Not going to get a con. And these guys do have the potential to get sandwiched here. A little bit of a push in over here as well. Barcat's doing a good job asserting map control this game. I think this is the first of these 1v1s where I've seen Othman actually not be on the front foot as far as map control is concerned. And we do see actually still equal metal incomes at this point, but Barcast slowly taking the lead and clearly poised to extend that lead as you see these build queues coming up here. LLTs and mexes as far as the eye can see. I do like this ordering of one LLT, then the mexes, then the other LLT. For a high value, maybe 3 even if you're crazy, but for a high value outpost that can be good. Now this is a good idea. In this case, I think, well, is it enough? I was going to say I think it's just barely not enough, but now I'm not so sure, but they are backing out of there, so I guess with the flanking units, it would be a guaranteed loss of those, and Barcast doesn't want to feed the metal. More restraint than I have, I will say. Now, yeah, Othman, still about neck and neck on energy income here, but Barcast is getting that first geo up, and that's going to nearly double his energy income. So, I mean, and yeah, building this build turret in range of that is a very good move, obviously. So now, yeah, let's watch these, look at that. Look at how that skyrockets. Holy heck. Now Barcast essentially lapping Othman as soon as that geo comes up, and that's just the first geo. We're not even thinking about taking the second one yet, but we could with this level of map control, you know? Now these maces are going to be good once they hit the high ground, but first they gotta get there. And Barcast is not going to be able to meaningfully contest with just four grunts. But, you know, we'll keep an eye on that situation. Over here, splitting the units, attacking from both sides. Very good move. One LLT is going to go down here. There are defensive units in place to catch this. However, that's still a good pickoff. I do have to imagine it's going to get rezzed. Maybe this con bot dies too. Slowing down that expansion as well. I mean, like I said, really good map control here. Really good, strong APM, strong multitasking. I mean, actually, APM-wise, oh, you know, we're looking at about 50 for both players. Othman actually ahead of Barcast on APM. Very nice. Was sitting at about 40 last game, so that's why that's what I was expecting to see again. But playing a little harder here versus this sweatier opponent. Though not still as sweaty as myself, but certainly stronger. Now, pushing down off of the high ground here, I would have loved to see setting up shop and firing from max range on some of these expansions. Maybe take out an LLT or two, maybe get a mex. You can outrange the LLT from high ground. You need to be at high ground, but I believe once you're there you can do it. Actually, I'm not sure if that's true of maces. I know it's true of thugs. But in any case, we see Barcast going for a little air switch here. Now this is a strong play. This is actually what I saw Othman doing to me in my game. Not that it worked in that case. But yeah, this is good. And, oh, another note we need to make. Watch these wings. Watch them chain react. These rows are wider than 2 wide. So, for example, those all go down so easily, and most of that was self-inflicted splash damage. Now, yeah, Barcast recognizing that this is a big old clump and annihilating those as well. If these were in rows of 2, or if they were just spread out a little further, then that would be much, much less damage coming in here. But as it is, Othman down to 400 energy per second, while Barcast sits on 1.1k even without the second geo up. Plus, there's 1k metal on the ground over here, so at this point, this game is truly over in favor of Barcast. Not to mention that we have these shurikens, which are really hard to click on if they're not flying. But right here, we got 6 Shuri on the field, ready to help defend, forcing these anti-air bots to be included into Othman's composition, which on top of forcing Red to build units that don't attack ground, it also forces Red to get the ratio right, which for a new player can be an onerous task. This is certainly an overcommitment. This is almost 2,000 metal in anti-air bots. You would have been fine with like 5, maybe 10 on the outside, maybe 8. I would build 5, and I think that would be enough, frankly. But just, you know, I mean, it's understandable if you're new to the game, you don't know these things, and you're just trying to make sure to not underbuild it. I get it. Yeah, I was literally... I was just thinking about that. And yeah, this good little push over here, using the shurikens to shut down the LLTs here, which allows, of course, the ground units to come in and clean up trivially. Now, this is also a strong push. Don't get me wrong. Bear in mind, these are all maces, right? So this actually is intimidating, and the shuriken are not going to be able to stop this on their own. So this actually is, you know, probably the best thing we're going to see out of Red this game. Barcast building a lot of fighters here, which I do like that. While you have the air lab up, might as well get some light fighters, but they're not going to be helpful in this fight. So you see Barcast investing a lot into scaling in different ways, and frankly, sort of falling behind in the ground battle on account of that, and basically just gambling that these fiends are going to be OP enough to make up the difference, which I think is frankly not a bad bet. Would have loved to see that guy do a little self-destruct onto the oh, maybe here it comes. Oh wow, good splitting actually, good job. But yeah, I do actually think this is going to be fine. Wisely pulling back that air transport, keeping the comm in base. This flanking motion here is going to take everything out, I think. Really, really well executed from Barcast. Perfect timing on that. And what looked for a moment like a scary push, I think just ran out of steam, lost momentum, allowed Barcast to choose the terms of the engagement, and as expected, they end up, you know, being correct. Barcast executes the fight correctly and wins it. I do think that if these units didn't slow down and just pushed straight in, then they would have made it as far as the commander, maybe, and maybe they get to snipe something useful. I still do think that just on the metal income and the energy income alone, Barcast won this game with the bombing run, and this is all just the formalities here. Still no geos taken. Really horrible. You gotta build this. But yeah, so let's see, as this Twitcher eats up the metal. Should be building that next first, but whatever. Let's see how long it takes Barcast to decide to go claim the victory. You would love to see these guys just walk in, right? Like, it's that time in the game. And Barcast agrees. I am on a 5-minute delay for this broadcast, by the way, like I always do. Not that I think anyone's trying to stream cheat off me, but I don't even want to give them the option. So if you're wondering about that, Barcast was not listening to me and making that decision. It's just that we apparently think alike in this instance. Good job splitting these here. Does mean the LOTs will be more effective in cleaning it up. Low numbers of fiends that can die before they get into range do need to worry about LOTs much more than high numbers of fiends that can just swarm them, like we see there. The same goes, of course, for maces. GG, whoa. I know that was supposed to be well played, but that's funny. Whoa, that was cool, dude. I'd hop in again unless someone else wants to do it. 8 spectators in here. It's really... Oh, we got fucking... Look at this. We got everyone in here. We got Autopilot, we got Sashkor, and we got Gamers been in here all the time. Slick like Vic. What's the... What tasteless joke? Oh, about the autism. It's like, no, you just said a fact. It doesn't literally say that. It was like, what joke? Man, bud. Gotta go scaling. Please don't build the winds in blocks like that. Space M or do rows of 2. Faster, it's like less than 2 metal per energy per second compared to 4. Yeah, who wants to hop in here? Oh, all right. If you insist, I'll hop in. This will be my second game against this guy. Hopefully I can do better than my first one, which I did win, but it wasn't as convincing as I would have liked. Or I guess we're doing the same one. That's fine. Cracking my knuckles here, getting ready. Getting ready to do a sweaty 1v1 versus someone who's been on this game for 5 days. Versus my, like, what is it, like 800 hours in game or something. And plenty more if you count the lobby screen.
Please choose your starting location.
Alright, let's get it. I'll throw out the friendly little GLHF. And I'm just going to copy Barcast's opener. That's what I would have done anyway, but actually not quite. I'm going to do this. 4th mechs right away instead of the lab. And yeah, I do think with all the hills, I like bots here, to be honest. Just so many angles that take so long to get set up in, so you can't be like... If you're playing vehicles, you need to have vehicles on every flank rather than rotating them around, because the rotations take so long because of all the hills and because of all the pathing blocking. Whereas with bots, it's easier to just have things everywhere. And also they can rotate faster, but mainly it's about the unit count, I think. Let's do a Grave Robber, 1 Grunt, 3 cons, a couple more grunts, a couple more cons, and then we're just going to go heavy into grunts for a minute. Something like that. Man. Oh man. Autopilot took off, didn't want to watch my game. Bummer. Understandable, though. No offense taken. And at this point, I need to make sure not to wall my comm in. Did I just wall my comm in? No? Yes? Okay. I'm really glad I got that one in time. Disaster averted. And right now I could think about... I'm gonna get that, then throw down a energy storage, right? Which can go right there. Because I don't want to be wasting energy if I can help it. And I think I'm gonna have my comm expand to the left here. But we're gonna throw up an early warning radar. First things first. Oh, yep, there it is. I wish, man. I wish I'd caught that. Now, it's very, very greedy of me, waiting for that last con to come out. No, don't wait. Very greedy, but it just barely works out for me. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, and then we're gonna... Just, You're gonna try to get the runaround on me, aren't you?
You're low on power.
Man, this is... I was like, you're gonna get the runaround on me, and then he did in a completely different spot than intended. Or than expected, I should say. None of them are intended. Yeah, that's true. It does depend on your hotkeys. Dude, this guy keeps leaking on me in the exact same spot. I gotta get this fucking LLT up, dude. I can't be skimping on this shit. How do I keep missing this, though? That's my real question. Oh, OP! OP LLT, let's go. Fuck, this is really bad, actually. I kind of fed pretty hard there, didn't I? I'm gonna hit that first geo, then hit that second geo. And probably think about getting a con turret in base. It's only 7 minutes into the game. Yeah, I'm really... I guess I'm distracted or something. I've not caffeinated to my usual level today, but I was just in the mood for some bar. And I wasn't going to stream it, and then I saw these games that were getting played, and I was like, holy shit, though. Like, Noob's got moves. I gotta stream this. I gotta show the world. Oh, I think I actually just got the perfect timing on this. And we'll set target on the LLT and make sure I clear it out first, and then I can get everything else. Get the build power next. There we go. And And now we go into the main. Oh, fuck. Fuck me. Yeah, you guys get back over here, work on unit production. You guys counterattack. We're gonna be throwing up turrets everywhere we fucking can. Try to get that LOT, I guess. No worries. I don't hold it against you, even if you failed. Talking to my units, that's my stress level this game. Wow, I am wasting metal. I'm wasting metal and I have a push inbound, so this is horrible. Horrible macro from me, actually. And if you want to go straight for the main, then that's just not going to work for you. That mech's surprisingly not taken. Okay, these ones are going to die, that's okay. I'll send these dudes over to rebuild. I'll sort of preemptively head on over. Grab you two. And then... Oh, no, you're not going to kill the radar. Never mind, I don't need that. Oh, yep, you are. You are. And the Twin Guard here doing an amazing job. That's why you built that thing. Oh, yep. Hello. Hello, Com. Okay, we're gonna pull out from that situation. A metal donation on my part. Speaking of metal, let's reclaim what we can, yeah? And at this point, I think we're just gonna take everything out. Do like 8 and 1 like that. Because yeah, I do think this guy's eco's limited to the point where he doesn't have the ability... I don't think he can afford to surprise me, if that makes sense. And so I can just kind of do the obvious and easy things in the obvious and easy ways. I think actually, yeah, I'm gonna build that, then a radar, then a couple turrets, right? Because I do want to play safe. I do want to play safe as much as I can. And I'm eating my own words here in that I'm really... I was roasting Barcast for making 1 million cons at the start of the game. And now I'm like, damn, I wish I had more cons though. So, there we go. Now, I'm trying to bait this guy out and then I can join my forces together. And that would be good for me. I do think I'm going to turn off repeat, though. Or no, I'm not. Oh yeah, you guys get back to where it's safe, please and thank you. And then that'll be my expeditionary force. That'll be my main force. And yeah, what are we going to do here, man? Do like, yeah, just get those. And okay, yeah, there we are. Really wish I had more visibility. Oh yeah, this is perfect actually. Because I was expecting to see a troop movement like that out of this guy. And I just got lucky enough to catch it at the edge of my line of sight. And yeah, I think... There we go. Okay, this is what I was saying you should do against me last game, is just killing stuff at the edge like that. So good job. Good job taking the note. Even if you didn't hear it. And yeah, these reinforcements should be able to catch this push. And I'm ahead enough economically that I can make those kinds of plays. I'm like, my base is automatically safe on account of I'm building units from it. Now this is pushing my own abilities, having more than 2 control groups to think about here. But it's okay. This is the point where I don't even use the hotkeys. It's just like drag, select, drag, select. And then, yeah, you guys go boost the commander, give him some more build power. You guys come on in that way. And yeah, we are getting this reclaim. We're getting this reclaim. I could easily go T2 here. I think well, what do I want to... I wonder, do I finish... I want to finish this in style. Put on a good show. But, I don't know the best way to do so. Maybe I just go air. And just get, like, 50 million bombers. Oh, Jesus, dude. Yo, this guy's defenses. I'm donating metal. Again. See, like, this guy's not bad. I'm serious. And I could actually... my comm could be in danger here, potentially. Depending on how hard I'm about to get pushed. And yeah, this is an expansion that would be controversial to make against certain players. In this case, I think I'm getting away with it. But it's not... you're not a guaranteed win, I'll tell you that. Okay, my man did build anti-air. So let's take care of that then. I actually would love to target the build power, I think. There's my insurance force in case of counterattack. And yeah, we're not going to run in onto, like, point blank on the LLTs, because that's bad to do that. And yeah, leaving so much metal on the ground here. I mean, genuinely, I do need to come in and get my share of that. That's very important. Okay, there's the comm. Walking up the hill.
Commander destroyed.
Does shorten my effective range, but not enough. And there we go.
Battle ended.
So that was a much cleaner game than my last one against this guy, even though it still wasn't perfect. Alright, that was fun. Anyone else want to jump in? Yeah. Okay. Well, if no one wants to jump in and this guy doesn't want to rotate the map, then I guess third verse, same as the first. A little bit louder and a little bit worse. It's truly an insanely stacked
Please
spec
choose your
list
starting
here.
location.
I'm like trying not to not to think about it in case it affects my gameplay. But yeah, we got plenty of folks in
Battle
here.
started.
On GLHF. And I'll play this one closer to the first game I played versus this guy, although hopefully better. But I had a fairly greedy approach to the first game that I don't think was strictly wrong. So we're going to take another crack at it here. Oh man, a couple people saw my build queue and dipped out, I think.
Low power.
Okay, I can't do that with the wind stalling at 4. There we go. Take some time to bank that energy back up, and then we get back onto this guy. And then we're going to pop this over here, which I think is a better spot for it. I wonder if that's good, actually. I think this might be better. And with the LLT in base, we can afford to be super, super greedy about scaling our build power. And with that build power scaling up from con bots, we can afford to be super greedy with spending the comms build power on wind, which is what I really want to have. So, this is my redemption run for my build that I thought should have worked but didn't. Attempt number 2. Slightly cleaner than the first one. That was also my warm-up game in my defense. Yeah, this guy does that. And then, honestly... Oh, wow.
You're low on power.
Okay. So this guy stays in base and boosts the next cons. Yikes. I always think it's fun to say little things in spec chat for the specs. Obviously, they're not going to chat back, because it's spec chat, which I can't see, but I can still send messages to it, you know? I think it's just a fun little thing. Little notes, little treats for anyone who wants to watch my game. I think that looks good, right? And then those guys go over there, playing defensively here. Yeah, here we go. I do want to clear these out. And I was very right to suspect that they would be here. And let's, you know, make sure nothing, no funny business, right? 2 more cons. Those guys are going to throw up a con turret, and then they're going to build the Geo, the first one. Okay, I can actually win that engagement if I group my forces together. Okay, so you and you build that, and then build that, and then build that, and then, yeah, just do like some goofy shit, like get some, I always forget to do this trick. I always forget where you can do it even, but there we go, there it is. And you can do something like that, and now, 5 minutes later, I'm back into the game, paying attention, not getting leaked on. Really glad to have this going up to tell me if I'm about to die. Doesn't stop me from dying, but sometimes it's just comforting to know. Oh wow, getting outmasked there is Sweaty Fish. And I have to wonder if they're going to pull back. If they do, I could be in danger. And yeah, my opponent here does not seem to be scared of taking that fight, which tells me that I'm not going to win it, which tells me they're reinforcing it. Little chain of deduction there. Using those fish brains for something. And yeah, we can get radar onto high ground if we're careful about how we place it. So let's do that.
Low power.
And I would love to have those high ground mechs built. Oh man, I'm just letting these guys chill? I think they're probably in a radar blind spot if I had to guess. But this is still not great, you know? Feed. What a feed. Man. I mean, it's really... This guy does feel like an Age of Empires player. Because my understanding of that game is that there's long stretches where fucking nothing happens. There could be like a half hour of just chilling. It's like, yeah, we're scaling up. And this feels very much like that. It's like, here's a guy who's like, I'm just not gonna die. And you're free to do whatever the fuck you want to do. But just understand that it's not going to involve killing me. You can get close, you can try. It's just not gonna work. And so yeah, I do agree that it leads to a very technical kind of game. And I think that once this guy learns the numbers related to eco-scaling, I think he's going to be in a very good spot, actually, to be a strong player here. Now, of course, I see this coming. And of course, I'm going to throw down turrets like my life depends on it. That's also because I plan to scale eco behind this. Yeah, there we go. Not a fucking chance, buddy. Not a fucking chance. Try it. Just try it. Oh, wow. I'm wasting metal, dude. Such bad macro. Then again, I am a fish. Oh wow, leaving those cons alive. A little brush with death over there. Holy shit, guys. Building this guy, little PTSD going on here. This guy has so much anti-air. I haven't even gone air yet, and he's like, no shurikens. You're not gonna shuriken me. Like, I mean, you're correct, I'm not, but, yeah, I couldn't if I wanted to. Let's throw that down there, just, for repairs, and then we can also use it in the near term. Hey, good shit there. I keep trying to clear out this guy's mechs, and it turns out he doesn't have them. It's like, well, what am I putting my units at risk for, then? What am I doing, assuming you know how to play? Now, if I can loop around here to the high ground, then that would be good for me. And it's tricky because I have no radar locks as I'm making this play, which makes it hard to do it correctly, to say the least. But we're going to take out that. Yeah, the eco damage has been done. I do not end up claiming the high ground yet, but I do have reinforcements coming in, so, you know, only time will tell for sure. And I do have my my plasma bots on the high ground, which is where they want to be, certainly. Let's try to target that clumped up group. And yeah, getting pushed back a little bit, but that just pushes me towards my reinforcements, which is obviously fine by me. Oh yeah, let me stop wasting energy real quick here. Complete fucking failure to build res bots out of me here. Let's repair everyone before we get up to any more mischief here. I think more res bots, frankly. And yeah, this becomes a tug-of-war now, where it's me trying to get onto the high ground without losing the low ground. And my main play here is just to use res units to try to reinforce the low ground as I split my army onto high ground. And, you know, so far so good, honestly. Okay, so there we go. Denied the mexes again. So now you're not getting any value out of holding that, which is really my goal, is to deny that value. I'll build that. And I'll build something like that. It's fucking horrible it'll go when that does. But whatever. And then... yeah, I don't know. What do I want to build? Maybe I'll do something like that. And that's overkill, frankly. I only need one row of those. I can turn off repeat here. And I'll get some anti-air just in case. Don't want to die in a dumb way. I only die to smart things. Thank you very much. Yeah, you built a geo. Good job. I think that's the first one in all these games. Love to see it. It's a historic day. Oh, yep, and there's the T2. I was wondering. I thought that was overdue.
T2 unit detected.
And that actually hard counters these thugs so fucking hard that now I'm in a good bit of trouble. But it's very slow. So I can just start splitting my army. And that'll be a good answer. Yeah, man, I don't want to stand and fight versus that, though. Good God. So, okay, so we're gonna go right there and then back there, and then grab a fusion, I think, is the game plan for that dude. And then you go upgrade those, then hit that, and then have some fun on the front line. And we can take these guys, have them boost you. Those guys have them boost you. Calm can cloak. I think we're at that point in the game here. And yeah, I'm just basically trying to be wherever the T2 army is not, which leaves an obvious issue for my front line. And tune in next week to find out how to resolve that. I'm still working on it. Getting the cons, that's a good thing, forcing them to get away from building that. Calm is probably in base if I had to guess. Or, yeah. Now, let's see. I do remember this guy going for a nuke last game. So let me show him how it's done. Yeah, I'm gonna drop that down, and then I'm gonna get all the build power onto it, and then I'm gonna have him move over, like, maybe here, and do an anti-nuke as well. Did not actually know that would work. But even though I saw it attempted the previous game, I saw it attempted and it was like, oh, well, that clearly failed. But no, apparently it can be done. So that's cool. He tried to nuke me last game, so... Well, the question is, do I actually have, is it going to be done in time? 'Cause I'm building a lot of things at once here, you'll notice.
Low power.
Trying to get metal up so that I can get that advanced geo, which obviously will really run laps around my wins as far as efficient energy production. And we are certainly not fucking with that. It's actually crazy, the level of defensiveness that I find myself adopting here. Trying to get up on range with these guys. Oh, I forgot. I need more energy income to make this viable. No wonder I'm stalling out. I always forget that about sumos. They're like so good if you can afford them. But can you? Oh no. The nuke might actually have lost me the game here. Which I can't even be mad about, frankly. I do need to worry about my comm getting sniped. That's a very real danger here. And as soon as this gets up, I think I'll be in good shape. Okay. Fusion reactor, hopefully here to save the day. Look at that energy bank filling up here, even as I arm my nuke. Ooh, that hurts to lose that. That hurts a lot, actually. But we do stop the push, and now I will res those. And I think we're going to switch from that into slightly longer range defenses. Although, actually, no, that's a lie. Because I bet this guy doesn't have anti. If he does, I'm going to be very impressed, but if he doesn't, then I'm about to walk on him with fiends.
commander destroyed. Battle ended.
There we go, yeah. Man, he's really getting the edge on me in the early game. Good work to this guy. Solid openings, but not scaling properly, but that's just a numbers game, you know? That's, like, so important. Truly. Gotta call it a day, but GG's, that was fun. I'll spectate and let Neb hop in here. There we go. Yeah, let's actually. You know what? I can watch. Right on. There's spec chat in some of those replays. I don't actually want to be boss. I just wanted to watch this guy play Neb. But if that's not happening, then we'll call it a day here. Have a good one. I guess I can accept that.